We're going to teach you how to 10x your recruiting and selling using TikTok and Reels with the amazing Jordan Lebeck. So last year, Jordan decided to finally start paying attention to TikTok. And she literally went from 700 followers. And truth be told, she was like probably a lot of you. I don't do the dances. I don't do the things. I don't really know if this is my type of platform. I'm more of a live video, long form type of producer of content. But she said, you know what? Let me start paying attention to it because too many people are crushing it. She was already building a very, very, very successful, profitable business. But she's like, look, why not have more leads, more sales? Why not go out there and put myself out there on TikTok? Let's see what happens. And literally went from 700 followers to 1.1 million followers in like 10 months.
So, okay, no pressure or anything. You're like, tell everyone how you're amazing and why you're amazing. Okay, okay, John Melton. So, well, first of all, hello. How are you doing? It is so nice to meet you. If this is your first time, I am Jordan Lebeck, like John said. And yeah, like I went from a TikTok hater to TikTok making me a lot of money. And also Reels, right? So TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, all of that. The cool thing is you can make a video for one platform and you can use it on all three platforms. But it has been a total game changer in my business. Let me tell you, you guys. Oh my gosh. So first of all, who wants my help with figuring out how to attract a ton of ideal clients and customers, or even reps and distributors on your team to you? How to attract hundreds or thousands or millions potentially of people who are raising their hand being like, I need what you have. Because that's exactly what TikTok and Reels provides you with. It's the opportunity to get in front of literally unlimited leads, unlimited people who are interested in what you have and have never heard of you before. People that don't follow you, you can have zero following, you can have zero experience, and you can still get in front of so many people using these short videos. That's one of the things we hear all the time as an objection of people that are struggling with their business. They're like, I can't find anyone to talk to, or like, none of my friends or family are interested. Like, I get it. Okay, I've been there. When I first started, I was really, really, really bad at marketing. Let's just be honest. You have to be willing to start at suck. And that goes for videos, that goes for TikTok, that goes for Reels, it goes for all of it. It also goes for marketing in general. So I started at like really, really a lot of suck. And I had like, I say this all the time, but it's true. Like my mom and my best friend liked my posts and that was it. And they did it out of pity. So I know how you feel if you're struggling right now. But guys, if that's your objection, if that's what you're struggling with, is like getting in front of more people, finding people that are interested in what you have, this is how you can do that. So I absolutely love it. At first I was like, John tried to get me to do it forever. I was like, no, because I dance like a white dad at a barbecue and I'm not doing those dances and I'm weird. And I don't think my personality is TikTok adjacent. Like I had every excuse you could possibly think of, but I need you to get out of your own head and stop saying that like, you're not good enough at technology, or you're too old, or you can't do the dances, or you're too weird, or to insert whatever, because there is not one personality type or one age group or one anything that is required to crush these platforms. And so you need to take advantage. All right. So anyway, yeah, I went from sucking at it really hardcore to, on average, I get anywhere from like 20 to 90,000 plus personally in sales from 15-second videos, which is just insane.
How do you direct people to your information when you have less than 1,000 followers and the link in the bio is not yet available for you?
It depends on where they're coming from. Like, is it someone coming from the comments? Is it someone coming from Messenger? It kind of depends. And also kind of depends on what system you use in your business. Like for us, we use the ATM system, which we talk about all the freaking time, but you might have a totally different system that you use in your company. So it depends on those things. But in general, you might not know this. And I teach you a little ninja hack. You can do what you want with it. You don't have to do this, but so before you have 1,000 followers, when you get 1,000 followers on TikTok, that gives you the option to put like a link in your bio. So that's what this question is about for anyone that's like, I know literally nothing about TikTok, or I have no idea what that means. So once you get 1,000, you can put a link in your bio. You can also go live. Before that, you can't. Okay. So people are like, how do I get people to buy my stuff or whatever if they ask for information before that point? So if you have a business profile on TikTok, you can actually put a link before you get 1,000 followers. And then like but then people are like, okay, but if I have a business profile, then I can't put some of the commercial sounds on my videos, like some of the trending sounds and music, right? But if you, and this is kind of like gaming the system. So I don't know how TikTok feels about it. You could do it if you want to. I know I did. But so I would like switch to a normal creator profile when I was making a video that I wanted to put music on. And then I would post it and switch back to a business account so I could put my link on there. And it works for me. Like, you don't have to do that, but that's one option.
And here's the truth. That's just TikTok. TikTok's a little tricky. I'm still a fan of TikTok, but I'm a bigger fan now of Facebook Reels because it's so much easier. So much easier to connect with someone. And the beauty is you can make a video on TikTok. This is what we've been doing for the last 2 years. And then you take that exact same video and use it for Instagram Reels, but definitely Facebook Reels. And look, at some point, there's going to be more competition on Facebook Reels than there is right now. It's already getting harder to get attention over there than it was just a few months ago. And even in the near future, Facebook Reels is going to be my favorite. And this is only because of the simplicity of like, it's easy to friend someone up. It's easy to message them. It's easy to engage in their stuff and ATM them and group chats and all the things that you just can't do on TikTok yet. I don't even know, does TikTok even have audio recorder in their messenger? I don't think they do.
No,
but
not yet.
Facebook has that. Instagram has that. So
you definitely want to create your videos on TikTok because like Jen said, best video editing platform, hands down. You can also do Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels. There's nothing wrong with that. I do those sometimes too. I'm always testing and tweaking, but there's just way more features on TikTok to edit your videos. Right. And then, repurpose, use it on Instagram Reels, use it on Facebook Reels because why not? You're getting more eyes on it. It's so insane how differently the same video will perform on the different platforms. One of my students was like, what the heck? Like, she has almost 10,000 views on Instagram. And then she has like 300 views on the same video that's on TikTok or something. And then it's like 1,000 on Facebook Reels. I'm like, listen, I'm telling you, there are different audiences and people that are interested in different things. So one of my videos got 1 million views on Facebook Reels and like 200 on Instagram or something. Instagram is not my friend.
Instagram's tough. Yeah. Cause there's more influencers there. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's tough.
And then TikTok was like 40,000, even though I had 1 million followers on TikTok, you would think that one would get higher. So it's important to post to all three because you never know which audience, which age group, whatever is going to resonate with it.
Right. And the other thing too, to keep in mind, this is something that you've seen. I know I've seen a lot. It's some of these videos go viral like weeks later. They blow up later. Like it's kind of random. In fact, you might just be sucking for a while. It's just like, you're terrible. And then you have one video go viral and it's like all the other ones blow up and you're like, oh, okay. This is
especially on Facebook Reels. Especially on Facebook Reels. Facebook Reels has a really just a way longer, why can't I think of what it's called now? A shelf life, basically.
Yes.
A way longer shelf life where you can post a video and all of a sudden, like literally a month later or 2 months later, you're like, what? Like this video got like 1 million views. What the heck? Right. TikTok and Instagram Reels is a little bit of a shorter shelf life. Like if it's going to blow up, typically you're probably going to see it within the first couple weeks at least. But Facebook is it is so weird and random that all of a sudden a video will just start blowing up. So I agree though. Facebook Reels is like the place to be, but use all three.
You really don't know. You think something's going to blow up and it doesn't. And then you're like, oh, and then something you never thought does blow up. And then the thing you thought would blow up, it didn't. You were discouraged. It blows up like a month later. So you just never know. So that's why you just create content and you don't worry about it going viral because the truth is, there's people making 6 and 7 figures without having any videos go viral. So don't get too caught up in the whole going viral thing. But it is nice when you have a video that has so many comments and so many leads, you literally can't keep up, which is why you should also, by the way, I'm not going to get into this now, hire a virtual assistant before that happens and not after you already have 3,000 comments on a video. I see that happen often too. People are like, dang, I wish I had a VA. It's like, well, yeah, if only we taught that. Oh, wait, we do all the time. So hire a VA. How do you convert sales on TikTok? Are you messaging people and having them find you on Facebook? This is a very basic one, but it was asked a couple times in a couple different ways.
Okay. So again, this is going to vary a little bit based on whatever your company's exposure process is. So like what you use to introduce them to the products or the business is going to look different, right? You can't actually send links on TikTok Messenger yet. But you can, little hack, you can send a link as a message, and then you can say, hold down your finger on that link, click copy, and then paste into your internet browser, right? So I'll have my VA do that, or I'll do that. So, but there are different ways that you can get people essentially in your ecosystem, or your like sales ecosystem, or on your list of potentials. And I think the most basic one is, yeah, just having conversations with them. So the thing that I will say is it's important that you do talk more and ask more questions about them than you are like just spewing information. So what I like to do, like, let's say you sell a health and wellness product. What I like to do is send them a message. You know, I saw you if let's say they comment on a video, let's just start there. They comment on a video, they say they want info. Okay. Then you're going to reply and you can say, sent you a message, right? And send them a message and say something like, I saw your comment on my video. You wanted more information about whatever it is they were commenting about. And then say, what are your main health goals right now? Right. So if it's a supplement space, that's what you would ask. And then based on what they say, then you can meet that need. Or you could even ask, what are your biggest struggles with reaching your health goals right now? So you're trying to uncover what their pain points are and what they struggle with so that you can provide a solution for it. That's called consultative sales. And psychologically, it teaches people that like, they're like, oh yeah, I just said I needed that. And then she said, I can definitely help you with that. Here's what I would suggest. Like, I need that thing, right? So there's like ninja sales psychology there, but that's typically what I do. The people that comment. Now, if you have a link, you can say, you know, if you don't want to have those conversations or you don't have time to, or you don't have a VA yet, you don't have a VA that can actually do this for you, and you have to do it yourself, and you're like, this video is blowing up, you could also direct them to the link. So you just have to be careful how you type it, because sometimes TikTok filters comments. If you put like link in bio, it might not show it to them because they don't want spam or like people trying to sell stuff.
All right, Jordan. So here's the next question. Number 3, how important are hashtags on your videos?
Very important. Very important. So, and also just to answer this question before it's asked, how many hashtags should you do? If you're on TikTok, you should put as many hashtags as will fit. Okay. So the max number, but this is something that I see people mess up all the time. You are putting the wrong hashtags. So there are people who will put FYP or For You page. So on TikTok, there's something called the For You page. It's basically your home feed. When you go on TikTok, you're going to see a video, and then you can scroll and see other people's videos, right? The For You page is where you see everyone's content. It's like the news feed on Facebook. The goal is you want to get on the For You page and stay on the For You page for as long as possible, because that page shows you videos from people you don't even follow. So that's how you're going to get in front of a ton of people, is getting on and staying on the For You page. Okay, so what people will do, because they think it's effective, is they will just put on their video like a trending hashtag or hashtag FYP, hashtag For You page. If there's a Pepsi challenge going on or something, because Pepsi paid a ton of money to TikTok and wants you to use their hashtag, people will just use that because it's a popular hashtag and they think that it's going to get them in front of more people. The opposite is true. You're actually going to have more competition, but also you don't want just anyone to watch your video. You want the right person to watch your video. You want the right audience, someone who's actually interested in what you have, right? So the hashtags you should put on your video should be about who you are, who you help, and what you teach. Okay, so if you are like a stay-at-home mom or a mompreneur, right? Or you help people with weight loss, or you help people with financial tips, then you should put hashtags related to that niche, so that and related to who you are, what you teach, right? And who you help, because then that will attract those people who are watching other videos about that content, meaning they're an ideal prospect for your product or service. Makes sense? So people do this wrong, and it like totally screws them over. You don't want to get on anyone's For You page. You don't want anyone to see your video. You want the right people to see your video so that they will connect with it, they will engage with it, and it will be helpful for them, which could eventually lead to more sales conversions, more conversations.
How do you gain a following when you don't have a good story?
What is a good story? If you think the only good stories are these crazy, impressive, like ridiculous, I'm a millionaire, or like so I hear this all the time, because you guys might not know this about me, but I used to be 300 pounds. I lost 155 pounds. I became a trainer and nutritionist. So people say to me literally daily, they'll be like, but Jordan, I didn't lose 155 pounds. I'm not a trainer and nutritionist. I'm like, yeah, like you're you. God made you for a reason. Your story, where you're at, will help and relate where your pain points were, what you went through. Other people will relate to that in a way that they wouldn't relate to mine. Mine might be so extreme that it's unrelatable to some people. But you don't have to be an expert, right, in the traditional sense of the word in order to help people with their health, in order to help people like find concealer, or with their makeup, in order to help people with their finances. You just need to like be you and share your story. So if your story is you're on a health journey, do you know how many people will relate to that or will be inspired by that and want to follow? If your story is you've lost 5 pounds, that's relatable. They might be like, for me, she's lying. Do you know how people be like, you didn't really let me see the pictures. Let me see the before pictures. Like, so what you think is a good story is not true by whose definition of the word. Your story will attract the right people to you. So if your story is that you were so stressed out and you're fighting with your husband over bills, and then you found an at-home business and now you're able to buy things without asking for permission, do you know how many people are going to relate to that and want help with that? So stop overthinking that I don't have a good story. A journey is a story. And even a small success is a story. So gosh, I hate people saying that. I hate hearing people like discrediting themselves. You are good enough. Your story is good enough. And you just need to like open your mouth and share it. You have a gift in your mouth, as Nadia Melton always says.
That's right. You got a miracle in your mouth.
A miracle.
You got a miracle in your mouth. That's right. Don't be stingy with your goodness. What is the best content type mix/ratio for better engagement, entertainment, value, sales, recruiting, etc.?
I hate this question because I don't think there's a one size fits all. I really don't. I think you can I have girls that I mentor on my team. One of them, my best friend, Kelsey McDaniel. This girl she sold 80,000 last month. 80,000 personally in product sales using 15-second videos. Like, it's insane. So she's still, that was very high pitched. You could barely even hear it. But it is. It still blows my mind to this day what is possible with these videos. You need to stop making excuses and stop sleeping on it and get out of your own way. And side note, because if you're not making videos because you feel like other people are going to judge you, that means you care more about what you look like than helping people. And why'd you get in this industry? Impact and income. And both of those can come from this. So in a bigger way. So anyway, yeah, she sells a ton and she helps so many people, right? And I have people who, by the way, sell like 50,000 plus a month and they don't go viral. Like, they don't have a ton of videos blowing up. So it's not even necessarily about like going viral, like John said earlier. It's just about getting in front of the right audience and helping them. She promotes it all the freaking time and sells like a beast. And then there is me, who I do a lot more value. My ratio is more like, I don't know, 1 in 5 or 1 in 8 of my videos are going to be a direct promotion. The other ones are more like, how can I help my ideal client solve the same problem that my product or service solves for free? Ooh, how can I give them free tips, free advice, free value? So if I know I sell nutrition supplements and I want to help people lose weight. So I'm like, how can I help people lose weight? People ask me all the time, how do you get a 6-pack? Okay, that's a great video, right? People ask me all the time, how do you lose weight when you have like PCOS? And so you could be like, Google search for tips to lose weight with PCOS, right? And then you make a video, you use a trending sound in the background, you point to places on the screen and say 4 tips. And then you title it 4 tips to lose weight with PCOS. Point. Boom. That video could blow up because
and somebody will say, and it's funny because somebody will say, oh, well, I mean, you just Googled it. It's like, and like
no one will
all
say
information is on the Google. Some people just don't take that step, right? Yeah. They don't take the step. I know it sounds crazy, but people will literally ask questions that they could Google. But the difference is they're asking you because they either trust you, they relate to you, they think you might actually give them something that can help them as far as advice because you have a similar story to them. So don't hold back on just answering questions and being a resource for value. There's people that do all of the above. Like, there's people that like they sell in every video and they're struggling.
Right.
And
yes.
There's people that sell in every video and they're crushing it. There's people that do value, mostly entertainment, tips, whatever. And once in a while, they promote their product or business and they're doing well. And also there's examples of people doing that, struggling. So you have to figure out what works for you. I know there's people on my team, Jordan's team, that literally are always selling and promoting their products in almost every video. Now they do it in different ways. They do different trends. They do different like hilarious lip syncing things. But, you know, at the end of the day, they sell a lot And they, by the way, convert a lot. Like they actually do have a lot of people buying. Personally, I do it more Jordan's style though. Like that's what we've been teaching for years. Like mostly lead with value, empowerment, entertainment, education. You want to be relatable. Maybe some of your content is shareable content. That's always really great that you're putting something out there that people are like, ooh, this is so good. I want to share it with someone else because it's funny or interesting or informative or motivating, whatever. But I think it's really important to understand that like, there's not a one size fits all, right? You have to figure out what works best for you. And then bonus question, what's her conversion on TikTok look like with her business opportunity leads? And before I have Jordan answer that, I'm going to tell you my answer is low. It's definitely low. Why? Because I sort quickly. I'm very upfront with people. I'm like, listen, it's a performance-based business. It's selling products, marketing products on social media. If you're open, I'll work with you. I'll teach you what we do, exactly how to make money so you can create a supplemental income or even one day a full-time income. But I'm very upfront that this is 1099 income. It's not get rich quick. There's no guarantee you'll make a lot or a little or anything at all. But if you're willing to put forth the effort, we'll work with you and support you. So my close ratio for me is low because I really don't spend a lot of time with most of the people requesting information. I cherry pick. I look for people that are sharp, that are open, that have an entrepreneurial spirit. They're positive. They're willing to have a conversation after I share with them, and I'm very upfront with them, what we do. And by the way, my close ratio is really high once I get someone that goes, yeah, I'd be interested in that. That sounds interesting. And I get other people that say this because I'm very upfront. I have a message. How many of you have the Boards app? Please tell me you all have the Boards app. If you don't, you need to get it. But I have a script in my Boards app that I send to every single person, basically just telling them in like 3 paragraphs, real short and sweet, what we do. If they're open, great. If not, I have no interest in convincing them. And I always say at the end of the script, it says, I hope you can appreciate my directness. And people are like, yeah, I really do. Everyone else, it's so hard to figure out what they do and how they make money and what they're selling. So people really appreciate you. I'm telling all of you to do this. Be very direct with cold marketing leads. Cold market leads, you should just tell them what it is, especially if you get into that one-on-one conversation with them. Like I'm not responding to their comments and doing that. This is one-on-one conversation, right, in Messenger. But it's great because I don't waste a lot of time with people that would never do this anyway.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. And John and I are the same way in that, because you guys, how crazy is it? You can have a video about your opportunity that gets thousands of comments. I've seen it happen so many times. But and it's happened for me and it's happened for girls I mentor. It's literally physically impossible sometimes to get to all the people asking for information. That's a high class problem. I'll take that problem.
Right.
But what I teach people how to do, how to get people coming to you, applying to work with you or join your team, literally without a conversation. That is what I do. This is so funny that you asked this because the other day I was looking at one of the responses from someone who messaged me and said, hey, I just submitted an application to work with you on Messenger. So I was looking up for responses on the Google form and I noticed at the top, it said how many applications I've gotten since I started. 800. I've gotten 800 people who have filled out applications to apply to work with me, right? From my videos without a conversation. What the heck? What the heck? Like coming from the days of having to like chase down everyone and try and convince my mom and my best friend and my cousin and my uncle or whatever to join my business, to having people coming to me, asking, applying to work with me, taking it seriously, taking an initiative. That is what I teach and do. And I hired a VA and sometimes I can't even get to all the leads, but I know that's filtering out the people who take it seriously. If I say, hey, here's a link, fill out this application, we'll see if it would be a good fit and we can go from there. And then the people that do get my time, right? And so that's how I do it. And it has worked really well. It has worked really well. So the close ratio might not be high because you physically can't get to everyone.
Right.
And also not everyone is right for the business. Some people think it's a get rich quick thing. Again, like John, I'm very good at, I'm like, listen, I want to set realistic expectations. So I just need you to know you're going to be technically a small business owner. You need to be a self-starter. This is not get rich quick. You're not going to sign up and get rich overnight. You have to be patient, persistent, and consistent. You have to be willing to suck at something long enough to get good at it. And you have to be coachable. Like, would you say you have those characteristics? I vet people. I do. And that also puts you in a place of posture, because then people are like, oh yeah, I'm the one who signed up for this. I'm the one who filled out an application, and she's deciding if she wants to work with me. John, you say this all the time. You have the cookie, right? You're the one who has the opportunity of a lifetime. If you don't need to spend time convincing people. So when you come from that place of posture, it actually decreases resistance and it makes people more interested.